Welcome back. 2 weeks ago, this government introduced its Health Termination of Pregnancy Services Safe Access Zones Bill 2023 into the Dáil. When Senator Gavin brought this forward, his Safe Access Zones to Termination of Pregnancy Bill 2021 2 years ago, Minister Donnelly outlined some of the legal concerns which his department had advised him of in relation to the legislation. Prime among these are the constitutional and human rights issues which could infringe upon such peaceful protests being prohibited, he said. He stated that banning protests either for or against abortion within 100-metre zones had a profound broad definition, as it would cover GPs, family planning clinics, primary health care centres and hospitals. Given the number of such centres in any given town or city, the application of a 100-metre zone would have a serious impact on the ability of anyone to hold a protest for or against termination of pregnancy in any location without the risk of inadvertently committing an offence. And yet, 2 years on, Minister Donnelly's own bill now does precisely what he warned against, and indeed is so broad that it criminalises the expression of views merely likely to influence someone's decision to have an abortion. This map plots a 100-metre zone around each and every GP, hospital, clinic and family planning clinic in Dublin city centre. This covers an enormous amount of territory within which no person could do anything which might influence a woman's decision to have an abortion. This includes areas like O'Connell Street, where 100-metre zones around Rotunda Hospital and the IFPA Centre on Carl Brewer Street, portioned off one end of the street, while several medical centres near O'Connell Street portion off the other end. So a person walking down O'Connell Street with a sign which says "Choose life, not abortion" will be liable for 6 months imprisonment and a fine of £2,500. But if the same person walked down O'Connell Street with a sign reading "Choose life, don't eat meat," they'd be perfectly within their rights to do so. In both cases, the person holding the sign is obviously seeking to influence people, either to not have an abortion or to not eat meat. So I think really, we don't want to make the same mistake here as the hate speech bill. We could do with the Minister coming in to discuss this.
Senator Keogan spoke about the Safe Access Zone bill, and we will debate that legislation in the new term. And I take on board the points the Senator was making, that it's not a piece of legislation that is, I suppose, supported by everybody, but it is a commitment in the programme for government to deliver on that legislation.